The action software that I was using, it'll probably bugger out on me when I try to do this anyways, but let me just try it here. Wow, I like this program so far if it works. So, this is what happens, usually. Watch it work this time for some reason. Actually, it's not even going to try. Probably going to crap out. Okay, here we go. This is what happens. It goes in, and action has stopped working. Even though I paid for it, and I tried emailing support. They don't know what the hell's going on, so... Or, sorry, I shouldn't say they don't know what's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on, because it's just an email that just hangs there and never comes back. So, I found out about this earlier in the week. And I had an up and down week. This was the first week actually going up to full time where I'm working, so this was pretty cool. So what I'm going to do here is I want to make sure to see if I am live. It says I am streaming. Am I live or am I not? Do I have to create a live event? You gotta be kidding me. Jesus, Murphy. Why am I not going on? Live now. I wonder if I refresh this, will it say... Oh! Well, there I am. I guess I am live now. And 2 people are watching. Who's the other person that's watching? Jeez. Okay. Hello, other person. Whoever you are. So, it's 9:40 p.m. I don't know... Like I said, I don't know if this is going to work or not. But what I will do... is I'll go over onto my forum. I think this thing actually records video too for free, which is might be better than what I was using before. So let me go into the Wikia. I don't know if Mike's around. I don't see that. Okay, so I'll go to news and announcements. It's 9:41. I got a couple of hours here. And I have no idea how much this stream is taking, if it's going too far or what. But I'm going to do a live stream test. And I always forget my YouTube channel. I should put it in here somewhere. Yeah. What is this? I guess that's my channel right there. Okay, fine. Fair enough. I'll just say live stream test. If you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, I'll do that. Here we go. So this is how you add links if you ever want to do this on the Wikia. And there's your link, so that goes to the YouTube. Yet another test for a live stream, and we'll hop on California server for the next couple of hours. Let me know if you can let me know how it works. That would be great. So I had some issues with some other streams that were just eventually they would die, and I don't know if it was the software I was using or what. It still says I'm live now, so I'm going to assume everything's okay for the moment. And that's me software there. I guess I can minimize that, can I? Can I, pretty please? Yes, I can. Ooh, I don't know how it's going to record the game. It's supposed to do a monitor record, so hopefully everything will be alright. Blah, 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 blah. Where am I going here? Run as administrator, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Here we go. And oh, I gotta purchase those dang new cars too. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna purchase the cars. I can't add them to the system yet, and I gotta twist some arms of some certain server operators if they want to use them or not. I don't even know if they work. The advantage is, operational wise, it's so much easier. The disadvantage, of course, is you've got to I'm on this one now. That's my old server. Yeah. Here I am. Ezra's just joined. That was me. What's the network like going here? Dave. Ooh, Dave's running Cadiz. Cool. Alright. Alright, where is he? Where is the people? Ezra's gone. Who's that? Okay, let me see what's going on. I haven't loaded up the registry or anything, but I'm gonna load that out for a second. Still says it's live. Still says it live. Still says it live. Nobody's talking to me. They're ignoring me. They're ignoring me. Mike, where are you? Thought you were going to be on tonight. Mike. Needs a doorbell. Need a server doorbell. That's a good feature. Ring Mike's doorbell. He's probably out playing darts. His connection keeps dropping out. Not sure. Ping rate looks awesome here. Don't know. I mean, those ping rates are... Mike was showing me this the other night. I was like, what the hell? I've never seen ping rates so freaking low. And it's a hell of a lot better than my server was. Yeah, this is what I get. See? This is what I normally get. Like a sustained 44 or something like that. So he's got a train. See, I'm down to 10. That's because I'm also live streaming, I suppose. You know. And the odd one comes here and there, I guess. You know, from the client end, I don't know if that's how it updates or what's going on, but I thought 0 was pretty cool. And he's the only one that's dropping out right now. Okay, so I believe I'm still live streaming. I don't know. Somebody gotta let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Wiki activity. Just me talking to myself. Okay. Awesome. Anyways, I did manage tying down now. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. There we go. I had too much crap on my desktop. Yeah, they recommended some color setting to change the frameworks or so. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's a what's the name of this software? What is this? Open broadcast software. Apparently it records the files too, so I might be back in business. I mean, I got no permission. Get out of here. I'm so used to running my own server that I forget I have to no. Auto. Get blast. There. See what's on. Got a few people going. A lot of people stopped. Okay, one stop and I know of. Oh, Les Cadiz, I think. Yep. Oh, cool. He's switching. I might go see him. Yeah, he stopped at Slover. We got a couple trains on tonight. Busy, not so busy Friday night, unfortunately, but that's the way things roll sometimes. Don't worry, version 2's coming. Oh, he's running again. Let's go find him. Let's go find him. I'm rail fanning right now. I don't feel like running. What the hell's running a boron? I didn't even see that. Dang. Okay. I'm missing that. How many trains we got going here? Oh, we got 3. Oh, I didn't check the other, what we got? Oh, MEWWC, West Colton, the Cadiz local. And I'd love to run Barstow tonight, but Mike's not around and nobody else wants to run. So, I'm just experimenting. So, let's go play into Cadiz local here. Okay, he set up signals. I'm gonna go join him. I could join a main line, but I'd rather go. I'm gonna turn my volume down. Holy crap. And again, I don't know how much bandwidth I'm taking. I might be taking too much. So far, so good. Where is he? Oh, he's coming up to Troy. Oh, I'm at Troy. Hey, 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 hey. Where are you? Is it this way? Oh, yeah, it's this way. Flying. And we got cars here. What the hell? Did I go the wrong way? Okay, where the hell? I'm confused. I went to Troy. Oh, he's back further. He's just coming into town. I always get confused. I see this signal. It's like, okay, he's in this block. Like, where the hell is he? But, there he is. Dave. 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 Davey, 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 Davey. Woohoo! Broadcasting live from Dave's. Woo! Holy crap, how fast is he going? Slow down! He's supposed to go 10 miles an hour in those switches. Oh, maybe he's going 10, I don't know. I can't read a speedometer. Where is it? He was putting the dynamics on. He's probably doing 2 things at once. It happens. Kill. What is the channel? What is my channel? My YouTube channel? Okay. Yeah. Where are we here? Oh, I wanted to do something else. Okay. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Yeah, it says I'm still live. I don't want to click on it because... Okay, how about I refresh this? Now it's down to 1 watching. Somebody left. They're bored of my stupidity. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess somebody fished out the SD40s because they weren't in Barstow the other day. Somebody, I don't know what the hell happened. They went over to Marine Logistics, which is empty in our system because it no longer receives service. This one we gotta get. I think that one's live. But we haven't. I never set up anything for it, and it's not mine to play around with anymore. Yep. Okay, Dave's back here. Come on, Mike, where are you? I'm really tempted to go on my other computer and check my YouTube channel out. The problem is, as soon as I put the live stream in, I'm taking bandwidth, so I really don't want to jinx it. I get confirmation that it's working, at least the audio and everything. I had choices of mode, like game mode, game mode and everything. Now the whole point of this, again, the reason why I'm doing these tests is I am trying to find alternative ways of tutorials or getting stuff out there where I don't have to edit like crazy. Like I'm on full time for the month of July. I may be close to full time, if not full time, not too long after that. So the whole idea is, what I used to do is I used to use the recording stuff. Now the streaming wasn't working, so I went. The streaming was not working under that software, so I went back to just recording videos. Except I did these long videos of whatever. I mean, the thing about YouTube is, you know, you can make announcements ahead of time. So if I'm going to run a tutorial session and people want to watch, or if people want to watch later, that's up to them. But I'm leaving it up to people to take a look. So this is the Cadiz local. He's just come over to Rio X here. It's east of Troy, or west of Troy, I should say. That's Troy up ahead. Let me turn on the... Alright. There we go. Destination. And then... Yeah. Oh, East Newberry. Okay. So I'm going to get out of the train for a minute, take a look around. Hey, nice looking train. So the Rio Ox hoppers at the head end here, and then these are all tagged to various locations. Yeah, maybe I'll hang out at the gates here. Why not? A real fan at the gates. Well, the sun goes down in California. Okay. So while he's heading forward, I'm going to get myself some refreshments. I'll be right back. Should turn the time before I do that, just to see. There we go. Temperature 93 degrees. Damn near close to that here in Canada tonight. Okay. Solid 30 frames per second. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm recording at 30 frames, because I don't want to record at anything higher. Okay, I'll be right back. So he's just taking the hoppers right now. One little trick, I'm not too sure how far he is down there with the rest of the train. Where is it? My wheel mouse sucks. Come on. There he is, way down there. Okay. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take the train up here and I'll just park the cars right here and then do an in and out move here. That's the beauty of that siding anyways. I'll just stay from this end here. See how it goes. Haven't heard any more about the live stream. I don't know what's going on with that. If we're up, if we're down, if we're killing it. Still only one. And this software, this is I just literally downloaded this within the last hour. I knew there was free stuff, but I figured I didn't want to use it before, and I thought, well, maybe there's some issue with the connectivity on this end that's causing it. So I'm not using Wi-Fi either, so I couldn't figure out what the heck is going on. I have a router. I'm the only two computers on it. I could have some issues that I'm not aware of, but when I was hosting a server, this being Mike's server now for the past week or so, I guess it's been over a week, because I was away last weekend. The server was already gone. But don't mind me. I'm just eating frozen strawberries here, trying to keep myself cool. But yeah, the connection, you get the occasional timeouts. A lot of times now, if people are timing out like crazy, it's probably their end. Unfortunately, I don't know. If you're using Wi-Fi, if you're using Wi-Fi, you either have to have a pretty strong connection, or you're risking... Hey, another train's coming. Oh, no, it's not. But you have to have a pretty strong connection, and then wait and see how it handles it. I've even with my connection, like I said, it's wired. I've got pretty good internet plans, so it should be fine. Good download speeds. It's not so much the download speeds though. It's actually the ping rate. And some servers are better. Some providers are better than others. So I'm not too sure if he's coming out this way or he's connecting up. But he's probably I imagine he's connected to those cars right now. Still see how he does it. As much as I like the ding ding ding, I think we'll go over and see what he's doing. Oh, that set off the crossing. Interesting. So sometimes we have extra cars sitting here. More often than not, though, we'll keep the rest in the old yard, but occasionally it can hold up to 10 cars, the siding. Kind of a happy medium between the engine sound and the dinging sound. I was thinking of running the, see, I knew I didn't want to spend too much time tonight. I got some time tomorrow, depends what the weather's going to be like. I'd really like to get out, do some exploring exercise, because I don't see my son until tomorrow around supper. He's got a birthday party to go to. Kid's massively popular. I don't know what that's like. I was a loner in school. I went to a few birthday parties when I was younger and all that. You know, he's gonna be 8 this month. Loves trains, but he does not like the simulator. I don't think it's enough eye candy for him. I mean, he gets excited about the Conrail engines and a few other things. But other than that, is he gonna pull? Yeah. One way of doing it. You can work from one end. There's no, you know, there's different ways. Like I said, sometimes what I do is I'll bring the train all the way up, clear the switch, and it takes experience, but I'll bring it right up to that crossing. Stockton. The Rio X stuff is always on the end, so then you bring your cars down, or just your engine, pull out the whole string, including the Rio X cars, into the siding, restore to normal, then come back down, connect to your train, and take off. But he's going to be working, from what I can see there, he's just treating it like a regular siding. Now Edison's another one that does that, except we not purposely, in the era that we've run, now this one isn't, like, this one's got a full siding, but in the era we run, track 701 at Edison, I'm not too sure. I think they're on the maps, but if you go, our maps are a little bit different than the Rene Depot's maps, in that we don't use the second track for what do you call it? King Pack Potato, because what I had found was that the building was expanded to use 701 as the actual siding. So it services off 701. The building is actually into that second track that sits there. I forget I think it's 710. I forget the siding number, but in our era, or from our era, 2008, I think it is, to even present day, that second track is gone. But that's what happens when eras change. And speaking of eras and trying to follow things, one of the reasons, and I guess a story, and some people have been wondering, and I think I've described it a bit on the forum, perhaps you've seen it, perhaps you've not, or you haven't heard the story, you know, basically, you know, from what I've, the reasoning behind giving up the server was, well, there's a couple reasons. Number one, and working a lot more this summer was not actually in the plans. I was comfortable with working the 20 hours a week or whatever the heck it was I was at. No, I wasn't even at 20 some weeks, but what happened, all of a sudden, I was to do vacation coverage for a couple weeks this month. So I knew that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then all of a sudden, it was just like, they want to give me more responsibilities, so that's even a bonus because I really don't want to look for another job. So I've been pretty loyal to the company I'm working for now. And I guess they're ready to give me more responsibilities, so interesting story. If you guys have ever been in Canada Customs or US Customs or whatever, I cross the border every day, Monday to Friday. And like I said, I had an up and down, I said this earlier, I had an up and down week last week, or this past week. Today we went very smooth. I was twiddling my thumbs towards the end of the day. But on Thursday, now what had happened is some of the responsibilities I'm doing or vacation coverage that's coming up is to get me prepared, because I'm not going to have the backup for certain things. Oh, he's going to get us straight now. Or he's going to clear the crossing. Okay. He's down there, I see him. Here for a minute, just because it's noisy. I had that story I was telling you about. So yeah, anyways, yesterday, and like I said, I've been doing the actual customs electronic. It's not paperwork, it's actually all electronic. So we do our own importing for machinery. We deal with Canadian customers, and we import a lot of parts from the United States and machinery from all around the world, for that matter. But my main responsibility as a shipper receiver is also doing the parts run. So I was very comfortable and excited to get this job because it reminds me of some of the older jobs I've had. One, it pays pretty good. It's local. I don't have to commute. I'm getting paid about the same amount that I was getting paid to doing a much harder job for a commute of 1 hour one way and 1 hour the other way plus traffic. It takes me 15 minutes to 20 minutes in the morning, literally, to drive from St. Catharines to Niagara Falls. But anyways, I'm getting off track with this. So, like I said, we clear the customs. I was driving. That was my main job. Drive the truck, and then once I've got everything, I basically receive everything, and then ship it off to couriers in Canada. Then go home. They come in the afternoon while I'm gone, and other people, are able to take it and let the couriers open the door and give the shipments to the couriers. Well, of course, this week I've been here the full week, so I've been actually meeting the couriers and all that. I've done it before, and a few times I've actually stayed later for whatever reason. I've done a little bit of installing keyboards. I'm not talking about just like a software install. I'm actually talking physically mounting. I'm not mechanically inclined, but actually assembling these huge freaking keyboard stands. So it's been interesting. But I'm not too sure. Did you do a drop there? Not sure where he's going. But I'll let him go wherever. But anyways, so yesterday, like I said, I've been doing the importing. I know how to do it. I got trained to do this a few weeks back, at least. Maybe it's been, it seems like a little bit, probably been about a month, to be honest. But I hadn't done it in a while. So yeah, I was trained about a month or so ago how to do the actual importing, the electronic importing. And I hadn't done it in a while, and it started off when I came back on Tuesday. What had happened was we had the Canada Day holiday on the Friday. We had July 4th Independence Day on the Monday. That's why I went away for 4 days, as I was saying earlier. So I was gone for 4 days. I went up to, my son and I, we drove up to Thunder Bay, Ontario, which is on the northwest shores of Lake Superior. For those of you in the States, it's probably close to closest to Duluth, Minnesota. I've been across Canada. I've been to Denver earlier this year. That was a really cool trip. But this one was pretty cool. It was an interesting trip. It's you get up there, you go to cottage country on any long weekend, and you're going to be dealing with all kinds of crazy traffic. But you're on an I guess like an interstate in the States. You're on divided highway. So I'm the type that likes to drive the speed limit. I put it in cruise control whenever I can and try to relax. Of course, that doesn't go well depending upon the community you're in. In the States, when I travel through Ohio, it's awesome because people actually drive the speed limit there, or else they get pulled over by the state troopers and they get fined. It's really neat. I like that. You're going to post a friggin', pardon my language, you're going to post a speed limit, though. Go speed limit. But I know some people don't drive the speed limit. I mean, my favorite musician is Sammy Hagar, of Van Halen fame, and Montrose, and him and Michael Anthony and a few others are of Van Halen are in a band now. He's still guy's as old as my dad. He's almost 70 now. Not as old as my dad was. My dad's been gone for a few years, but he his most famous song before Van Halen is "I Can't Drive 55," and I saw an interview about him. He can't drive 55. He gets pulled over all the time, and of course he gets away with it because he's Sammy Hagar, and he admits it. Police see him, and then they end up signing an autograph or something like that, and away he goes. And he has, like, I don't know what the heck it is, Ferraris or something like that. He has all kinds. But anyways, of course, I'm way off topic here. This is a great bowl session. I don't know how much bandwidth I'm using. Where did the train go? Oh, there he is. So, yeah. So I got nothing against people who want to speed. I got nothing against people who want to pass me or do whatever. I'm fine with that. I just do mine. As long as you don't ride my butt. You ride my butt. I don't do asinine stuff like doing the check brakes, because that's just creating, because the idiot slams into you, and yeah, okay, you're proving a point that he couldn't brake in time because he's riding your behind, but the truth of the matter is you can end up killing somebody who's innocent by just being, frustrated by doing a check brake. So I don't do that check brake. I might have did that when I was younger, but no. So, and I know I irritate the hell out of people because I'm driving the speed limit, because I remember when I was younger too, and I remember I was always taught to drive the flow of traffic, and you drive the flow of traffic, and who's that? Is that Mike? I can't even see. No, that's Ezra. Okay. But so yeah, tried the flow of traffic, and it used to bother me when I'd get behind somebody who was going the speed limit, and I'd make fun of them and all that. I get frustrated, but as you get older, you learn to understand why people do what they do, and not everybody who's old drives the speed limit either. Majority do, but I think anyways. So yeah, I was a little nervous about this trip because I've been on something called, it's Highway 17. Once you get north of Parry Sound and you're heading to Sudbury, Ontario, on the shores of Georgian Bay, Lake Huron, you start getting in away from the 4-lane traffic, and you start getting onto 2-lane traffic. And the way their 2-lane systems work, it's the Trans-Canada Highway. It's the main highway that heads out west. One of the main highways. There's 17 and 11. I actually drove on both of them this trip. Oh, he had just exited. Okay, I thought he entered. So I drove on both of them this trip, and the way it works with these 2-lane highways is, yeah, there's plenty of room to pass. You got your dash lines, you got your solid lines, so plenty of room to pass if you want. If not, yeah, a lot of people were passing me on solid lines. I mean, it's safety. It's kind of like a ramp speed. I mean, usually you can go about 20 kilometers an hour over ramp speed. I know I can safely do it, at least with my car. Now, with my cargo van at work, that's a little different story, especially when you're dealing with heavy loads and stuff. But so yeah, I know from experience this highway's not so fun to drive on. So it goes 2 lanes for a while. About every 10 kilometers or so, there'll be a 3rd lane, and you pull over to that lane. Actually, the passing lane starts in the middle, so you just keep on going straight through. You don't make a lane change, and you end up being in that right lane. And if you got a stream of cars behind you, they all go passing by you, and it's usually, I got a parade behind me. Oh, there's Mikey boy. Did we wake you? I miss sometimes having the server. You never know what's going on your servers, but you're doing other things. Who knows? Well, it's 10:22. I could still run Barstow tonight. Rough night. The newlyweds. Yeah, I had a tough day yesterday at work. Actually, talking about it on my live stream right now. Can't confirm it's working. Dave on the Cadiz, look at that. Nobody has confirmed my live stream He's even working. Yeah, I forget what the heck this is called. Let me see. Jesus, Murphy. Still says I'm live now. One's watching. That's probably me, I guess. Let me refresh this. Now it says two's watching. Okay, well, somebody's watching. It says two is watching. One is me, I guess. Can you hear me okay? Is it all good? So he's watching, and apparently there's no delay in this either. It's a free software. I hear ya. Woohoo! Sounds good too. All right. Cool. So I'll stop typing so much. Of course, this is the advantage with the TeamSpeak and all that. Now the thing with TeamSpeak... Whoa, that's too loud. Driving people nuts here. Free is good. Yes, free is. Especially when you pay for payware and the crap breaks on you. And I don't know what happened with the video software that I was using. I said this earlier in the video. I was using Action by Marillis, some German company. And all of a sudden it's just not working anymore. And I uninstalled it, I reinstalled it, it didn't make a difference. Apparently this, number one, it looks like that software wasn't streaming very well, because this live stream, I believe, has been up now for at least a good half an hour or so. So, I guess the long story short with this is my whole concern was that I wasn't going to be able to do any more tutorials or recordings, because there's a lot of stuff with Mike, you know, learning with the server, and then others who want to learn how to do stuff like this. Like, for example, I was even mentioning like different pointers about here. And there's no editing involved. It means people have to go through it, fast forward stuff, and you know. I let other people, they can make comments, they can do timestamps, they can do all kinds of other things, but it looks like everything's running good, so that's good. If it's not crapping out, if it goes in and out, I'm not too worried about it. We were losing it, and then all of a sudden you'd lost the sound. It actually sounds better. Cool. Well, my microphone's good. It's probably, it's open source software, which is always cool. And, okay, there it is. Ah, cool, so we got another one. Awesome. And we had there was about 4 people running on the server earlier. Not too sure where we're at here now. We got a couple, I think it's just 2 now. Yep. Yeah, we had 4 going for a while. Ezra's came up to Slover. I'm not too sure where the other one was. Oh wait, whatever. Whoops! Ah, shoot. I want to relinquish that. What the heck did I click onto? Oh, I clicked onto his cars. That's a problem with whenever you're doing a stream or anything like that, you click on cars and then you end up acquiring. You don't want to do that when you go in between windows. No pressure, Dave. Everyone is watching you. Yeah, no, it's good. Good to try. Wait, these cars are way the hell down there. Hey, we'll go see visit his cars. I was saying one of the things I was saying a little bit earlier, and this is fine. I mean, it's a learning experience, anyways, and there's never right way, wrong way, whatever. Maybe it's easier to have one guy stand at the switch here in the prototype, so who knows. But this is one of these sidings where you can go in and out of, and then you just stake your stuff, you drop your cars, and away you go. Try not to think about that. We're laughing at you. Yeah, good work. But, oh my gosh, my frozen strawberries are melting now. So that's there is a 10-second delay. It didn't say there was. Oh, that's weird. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, I think 10 seconds was before. That's okay. I think it's the Is this first local run, really? I'm gonna say we can run Barstow. I don't know. We want to run Barstow tonight? I'm not too sure. I mean, I got about an hour and a half, but I don't even know how much bandwidth this sucker's taking. Echoes into the microphone. There we go. Might not be as much feedback. I'll be back. Okay. So, yeah, what was I saying? So, yeah, I did the trip last week, and, like, I had the drivers and all that other stuff. That was fine and dandy, but it was a really cool trip. But because of the long weekend, and this was where I was getting to the story about my up and down week, I came back on the Tuesday, and we have a thing called a PARS, which is for cross-border crossing. And I I already earlier on in this video a while back, I already said basically what I do, but this will kind of explain it too. The PARS is a document that's used electronically to notify customs of what you're going to be bringing across. And we're importing into Canada parts from the United States. So I had 2 of them, and I never had 2 of them since I started working. I usually do a 1 shipment every day. It could be as many as 15, 16 boxes, could be as little as 2 or 3. And I think I had like 10 boxes per shipment on average. I forget exactly. It was around 18 boxes in total, but it was 2 shipments because of the Canadian holiday and the US holiday. What they did was, because the US holiday was closed, I took that off. Oh, I got knocked out. That's okay. It's going to drive through me now. Bye-bye. I got bumped out of the engine. So, where is he at here? Okay, I'll watch him from here. So I got bumped out of the not bumped out of the engine. So I had 2 shipments, and normally it was unusual for me, but I figured it wasn't anything unusual, and I didn't say anything different when I declared. So number one, it was a hectic day as it was, because there was all these shipments that I had to get out, and as of this week I started full-time for the month of August, or July I should say, and the whole idea was that I was going to start clearing the customs paperwork as well, and that's something I usually do in the afternoon. This is more of a morning job for me. It used to be I'd go home at noon, give or take. So I had 2 PARS documents. I gave them to him. Didn't think too nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say I had 2 shipments. I figured he got all the paperwork. He asked the usual goofy questions, and I shouldn't say the goofy questions. They're pretty good. I mean, just basically, have you purchased anything? This is every day. I do this five days a week, and so everything seemed fine. And I got back, and that was a hectic day because there was all those shipments, and then I hadn't did customs paperwork or the electronic stuff in a while, so that was a little crazy, and I wasn't too sure. Did he drop off and all that? Oh, he did. I wasn't even paying attention. Cool. I'm gonna go back in. So, there's Ezra. Oh. Hey, Dave. Okay. See if it knocks me out again. So yeah, hectic day, and I kind of panicked because I didn't think I had enough time to do the customs paperwork, and so it was a stressful day. I actually made myself a little bit sick. It was the first real stressful day I had there, just with all the new stuff, and I thought, okay. So it kind of stressed me out, but we managed to get it done. I think I stayed 30 minutes later, actually. So it was a little bit of overtime or whatever. Who called this meeting? What meeting? Holy crap. Wow. People are going to confuse us with another server if this keeps up. So yeah. Let's see. Cab is kind of full. That's funny. I saw Ezra. Hi. Does it wave? Can we say waving in here? Or can't we wave when we're sitting? Quite the new technology. Okay. Cool. But, yeah, for sure. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah. So, it was a stressful day, and then, the next day came around, and I got over it, and I had a pretty peaceful day on Wednesday. everything was fine. There wasn't as many shipments, and I started doing it again. And this time, I only had like 4 shipments to clear the next day, and the shipment it wasn't that bad at all. So everything went great. Then yesterday came, Thursday, and what had happened was the day before I noticed something was odd, and that was of those 2 shipments, those 2 pars that I mentioned from the weekend. One of them wasn't going to release in the system while the other one did, and I looked at the paperwork and I realized they only stamped 1 copy. So suddenly I realized we got an issue, because basically customs hadn't stamped paperwork that should have been stamped. In other words, it was brought in without being into the country without being released, and it actually got to the customers. So I'm like, oh great, right? Now what? So I talked to my supervisor about it. I said, I didn't know. I gave him the paperwork, and she totally understood. I mean, I work with a really great bunch of people. And they totally, they totally understand it. Like, how am I supposed to know? So Thursday was the fun day, though. I was going to take care of that because I knew I didn't have a busy day, and so I had that one issue to deal with. I come to the border. I give them the paperwork, and they said this isn't released. And he was pretty much chewing me out, right? I was like, who's your broker? I says, it's self-broker. I says, I got an across report, because I did. It said it didn't give me any errors. It gave me an across report. It said it was accepted. The across report means you're basically cleared to cross the border. I said, I got the across report. Well, what software did you use? I told him the software. Well, that's not our software. I'm like, at this point, I'm like starting to get nervous. Like, what the hell's going on? So I figure, well, whatever. Just send, I'm thinking to myself, just send me over to the warehouse, and I'll deal with it there. And I already had the other issue to deal with. Well, I go and I show him everything. I was there for 5 hours on Thursday. I felt like I've been stopped at customs before for various things, both personal. I've had my car stripped, a few other things, and I don't have any criminal records or anything. Just one time I went up to Fostoria. I went down to Folkestone at Christmas because I was at the time I was separated. Now I'm divorced, but kid was spending time at Christmas. I went down to Folkestone at Christmas. And I was actually coming back into Canada. It wasn't U.S. Customs, it was Canada Customs that stripped my car because they thought I was smuggling something in. They were like, why were you going down there holidays by yourself at Christmas or something like that? And they couldn't believe that I had gone down there at Christmas by myself. And I'm like, well, number one, I said, I'm separated at the time. My kid's with my mom. I wanted to go down and enjoy some time, some warm weather. Of course I didn't mention trains, because you mention trains at the border, you get all kinds of questions. So that's personal. But anyways, this one was because what had happened, number one, the issue with the double, what happens with pars is, number one, it should have all been on one pars. It shouldn't have been on 2, so that wasn't my fault. The other issue was because I was new. Why are we going so slow, Dave? He's got to go 10 miles an hour. Leave him alone. Why are we going so slow? When he was coming into town, I think he was flying more than 10 miles an hour across those switches. I didn't say anything. I thought it was funny. But I sometimes get distracted when I'm running. I get out to take a look at the switches or something. All of a sudden, I'm flying at 20 miles an hour. Had to throw some. Oh, he's yelling at you. Shut the hell up, brother. Now, see, I like this better than TeamSpeak because I can make my commentary or whatever, and people can, if they want to watch the stream or whatever. My issue with TeamSpeak, just going with that, is you get on a server when you're running trains. That's the way they communicate, and you're forced to listen to it. I can't stand that. If people don't want to listen to me, they can mute me. If people want to not watch the stream, they don't have to watch it. So that works well for me. And communication-wise, I still feel chat, because if anybody's running right now, they might see a few of the comments. Big deal. As long as they know that they got their clearance and they're running, and away they go. So, oh, there he is. Are you in the middle? What are you sitting on? Man, he likes using the horn. Hi. Hello. Tone it down, sir. Who? Me or the driver? Taking pics for the journal. Oh yeah, I saw Ezra. You should check Train Sim out. He's got a journal going. A lot of mentions. Some really good stuff there. He's got. I was on Train Sim. I haven't been on all week. Usually the place is freaking dead. But yeah, he was doing some journals, and he had some screenshots from Wednesday night when we were talking about formulas and crap. But I don't know where I was at. So yeah, so it was 5 hours. Eventually they got it cleared out. What had happened? The other issue was the reason why I got pulled into there was all because of a typo. Because I didn't use the word pars in the control number or something like that. Well, I didn't get an error for it, so I don't know why the hell an error didn't show up on my end. It should have. It shouldn't have said it was accepted. I kind of told him that too. Just like, you know. But it was a learning experience, and I did it today, and well, yeah. So we'll know if there's any issue on Monday, because I did the whole thing myself. But he said, yeah, everything's fine. I know what field it was. It was just one field, control field or whatever, so it's fun. Is there something at Hector today, or is it still tagged? I don't know. Okay, I'll let you tell. Because we had Hector set up, and then the train or the yard magically had a bunch of cars show up or something. Should be picking up before that. Okay. But yeah. Oh, okay, cool. They still have the Hills Brothers. Yeah, I wondered about that, because we had tagged him. I think we would have had to untag him if we had, because all of a sudden we had a bunch of cars in the yard show up, and then they magically got moved over to the old yard. I think, well, there was a lot of extra time in Barstow. So I think somebody got bored and played. And then tonight nobody wanted to run Barstow. I came on and Mike wasn't around, and I was like, well, I'm going to test my live streaming thing and see how this goes. So this should solve the issue. I take it the stream has not disrupted. Yeah, that's right. Right. I'm relaxing. I'm not typing. I'll let the boss do that. I'm just along for the ride. How do I have to type? Mike. I don't want to type. Okay, I'll type. Fine. So, what was it? So when I get to Cadiz, am I deleting all the cars I picked up and spawning a new train? Well, there should be a spawn from a pickup at Cadiz. Yeah. But yeah, he deletes Cadiz, and then The only problem with the spawn is you get the download file, and then you have to download and spawn it sometimes before, because then it disappears once you change the registry entry, which is kind of a pain. But hopefully the registry thing will be almost a thing of the past pretty soon. I know you guys like it and all, but it's not everybody likes it, and I don't blame them. And like you said, eventually this will get changed over with version 2 anyways, because a lot of it will be obsolete. Some of it won't, but yeah, good question. So the spawn it is, yeah, or it has to be downloaded, and if not, you got to download it off the, you got to re-download it or get an admin, which is us, to reintroduce it. Of course, Mike has it right on his, or does he? No, he doesn't. I have it. I still have it, but when he generates, it'll be on his computer. But I downloaded the link, but haven't spawned it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Nah, he doesn't have to spawn it right away, so that's good. Bit of a pain, that thing. So I'm gonna try running this for at least till midnight. It's 10:50 p.m. Eastern, or you got it at 52, so I got 50, but whatever. 51 it just went to on my end here. So I'm gonna run this live stream till about midnight, give or take. Let's see how things go. Cool. So there's a 10-second delay. That's kind of freaky. But I think it was the preview that didn't have the delay. It actually was showing it without the delay or something, but maybe that's the way it has to render or something. I don't know. Or has to transmit. But let's take a look at what's going on here. This was the software. I'll show you real quickly here. So that, yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, see, there's no live delay there, because what you see is the thing. It is open broadcast software. It's totally freeware. You got the microphone stuff, blah, blah, blah. Cool stuff. Sean's color commentary. But like I was saying, if this was a TeamSpeak thing, and I've been on servers where it just, I love friendly conversation and all, but I'm actually not a people person. I guess I like to hear myself talk. But I kind of am a people person too. I'm just kind of a loner. But yeah, with the commentary, yeah, this is, I want this to be the learning tool, or the new one, because this automatically creates files in my YouTube channel. I don't have to worry about editing. I don't have to worry about pre-processing or anything, really. And I mean, yeah, I want quality and I want good stuff on there. And of course, tonight's just a test. But if we were to do a live stream, say, of Barstow, what's my timing going for this weekend? I get my son tomorrow at around supper, and I get him for about another 24 hours. Sunday night is open. Yeah, I think so too. And this is the thing too, because then what also happens too is I can show you something on the RTS side or the software side. I can show you whatever and describe what I'm doing. And this can be done whether it be myself with you, Mike, or Tom, or anybody who wants to learn, because that's the main thing, is people want to learn. So yes or yep, no, yep, no, what? It's interesting. This is really cool. I think it has a bit of potential. No, yep, no. Oh, well, but so yeah, I'm thinking to myself, that will be the way to go forward. And since the live stream's working, I might have to tweak it a little bit, depending upon how much framework our bandwidth this has taken. I haven't done much in the last couple of weeks, and I upped my bandwidth quite a bit. I changed one of my packages around, so it didn't cost me anything. I just had to change it around to a different plan. But so hopefully the bandwidth won't be. I'm going to monitor that closely and then see how it goes. And I know how long I've been on tonight, and I'll know how long the video is. I already established the YouTube channel to authorize me, so that our credentials or whatever the hell it is, so that I'm verified. And I didn't realize that. I thought the only difference of that is I don't know what will happen, but potentially there could be advertising or commercials or something in YouTube. And I could go with a Twitch route, but I already got the YouTube channel, so since it does it all, and I'd rather do it on YouTube if keep it all in one spot. Enough garbage to deal with. So, okay, Ezra's gone. I think it's just us, right? Yeah. Is there 2 trains there? Hold on a second. Oh, I'm... like, what the hell? Oh, cool. Double-ended gaffs. Nice. Yeah. Only one running and everybody's watching them. I'm just too lazy to do anything else tonight. But yeah, today was a much better day. So, I was able to process things. I think I'm doing Hector. So does he know how to turn the mileposts on? So that's, I don't know, Shift F8, Control F8. Ezra's having some communication issues tonight. Now, the network has been running good. You said the newlyweds are back. Where am I? Dang it. Look at that. Now, mine will pop up every now and then, but then again, I'm streaming. Ezra's hasn't been pinging. Mike's the only... Oh, okay, you're doing the streaming, so maybe... or you're watching the stream and playing. I don't know. Your client computer is the only one that's... Mine will pop up. I had a 40 for a while there. It's just a little weird. I took lots of cool pics for live stream ops. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. It's cool to see Train Sim. I mean, for the longest time, I used to be the only one that posted anything in Train Sim in the Run 8. I know you, Ezra, you were posting some stuff in Run 8 before, too. But I got to the point where I stopped posting. I used to upload YouTube videos all the time, and it was just getting to the point where it's just like, okay, I'm the only one. I'm the only one doing anything. I felt like I was, because I wanted to, at the time, I was really trying to push RTS and the server and everything else. Have a good one. See you, Ezra. There, I'll see. I'll type here. But that's cool to see, get the exposure over on Train Sim, because I mean, for me, I mean, like I said, California. And I was getting into the reason just before Mike came on. Actually, it was kind of funny. I think I was just getting into the reason why I gave up the server. And or wanted to get up the server, and Mike already knows the story with this, but this is for anybody else who happens to be watching or watches the replay later on. For me, like I said, it's been a busy week, and that's how I went full circle, because I started talking about my job and why I'm all of a sudden now I'm full-time this month, which was unexpected. So that's taken away from my time. And then I got version 2 coming out in the fall. So, not to mention, I really want to get something going on with the other server. Get the Northeast going with Selkirk and Mohawk. It doesn't have much exposure. I actually posted this on Train Sim tonight before I came on, because there's not too many. There's a lot of people. Actually, it was a post for Ezra was asking. I think back at the end of the month, what they recommended for the next routes to buy, and the suggestion I believe was posted by Dab, who's a regular on the Train Sim. I believe he's on the Run A Depot community, and their servers as well. But he suggested A-Line would be the next best thing, and I agree. Because A-Line, number one, it's a single route right now, and he's able to get onto not only an RTS server if he wants. He can go to the Run A Depot server. There's a lot of people still going, but the one server that's not going, I don't think anywhere, unfortunately, is the Mohawk Selkirk. And I think I take it it's you know, I'm trying to figure out the reasoning behind it, and I was thinking it might have to do with the fact that there is no external dispatcher for that route whatsoever. There's because the way Tom has it set up, of course, external dispatcher works for California. There's not one for A-Line, except you can use oh dang, I can't even think of the name of the software. There's another dispatch software out there that really hasn't been developed any further, I don't think, for A-Line. I haven't been on A-Line in a while. That's why I can't even remember it. But there is another external dispatcher out there, and it runs only on A-Line or California. It doesn't run on Selkirk Mohawk, and I started thinking that these guys with the busier servers who like to run the dispatchers all the time, not only it's got a few things. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking route. It really is. I mean, A-Line's great too. Don't get me wrong. And you know, California's California. I mean, it's fairly bare, and it's. I mean, I like California just because of its size and the amount of system. So yeah, he's coming up to Hector now. Mike's on the ground there, but should get him to work. I'm just on for the cab ride. Come on. What is he? Is he a rail fan too? So, yeah, I see Mike. Yeah, Mike's sitting there. Come on, Mike. Tell me to help you out. Give him a conductor. Oh, he's moving now. I forgot about the 10-second delay. But I must be freaky watching that. Get to the east end. So that's, you know, and that's really cool too, because like I was saying, I was pointing out a few things back at RioX there, which I would personally do differently. The beautiful thing about this is when I was taught, I was a two-time member of the Run 8 beta team. Dale, who's a major team member, also from Canada, was the one who recommended Run 8 to me. And I actually had an email tonight from somebody who was looking for my MSTS activities on Train Sim. I was surprised to see that, and I sent him a link over. It's actually I have it on the my box account, but I don't advertise it. I think I had it on the old website, but I hadn't shown it in a long time, so it's just been sitting there. But he wanted some of my activities, but it was kind of funny because I was doing those activities, and it was painstakingly, and it was kind of the infancy of the RTS system. One of its brands, I guess, was to use activities for Microsoft Train Simulator. And that was the only way to do it, because you had to go into Activity Editor and you basically replayed your own story, and you replayed your own... You created an activity and there was no fun in it, because then you just play it out, and sometimes the AI would work and other times it wouldn't, depending on how you scripted it. And 75% of the time I got exactly what I wanted, the other 25% I didn't. What I did was I created a TD3 for the area. I ran trains. I actually did the dispatching first and ran all the trains. I recorded the session. Then I played it all back and created all these train activities for each and every train that was in that area at the time. So if you've seen the Microsoft Train Simulator, the Activity Editor, and all the other whatever it is that comes with that program, I mean, that program's got lots of content, but as far as operations, it totally sucks. I can't say any more than that. And it's a nightmare for anybody who's trying to be creative or operationally creative. You got to explore a route. You got, you can do multiplayer type thing, but you never get to see other trains. You certainly as hell is not going to be able to do anything like this. And yeah, I understand why, and I understand why the eye candy people still like the eye candy stuff. My son probably still likes it, but he's a smart kid and all, and but to be able to get into it, it's what got me into this was, I believe Dale had seen some of my postings. He's an admin on Train Sim as well, and I was trying to describe what I was trying to accomplish, and he contacted me privately, letting me know about Run 8, and I had heard of it, but at the time I wasn't too sure if, I was actually looking for it. I had trains, I bought trains, and that was, I think I ran that a few times and said, okay, I've had enough of that, thank you. But that was the only other simulator that I had bought, other than the freeware for Freight Yard Manager was another one, but again, Freight Yard Manager, I mean, it was a great... I called it at one time the best railroad simulator out there, because it really did a good job simulating a network. But other than that, you're playing with 2D maps, and it's a yard simulator, so there's nothing much else to it. This had the whole thing. This had all the potential. You could save the worlds, whatever you wanted to do. You could do whatever. You could have your own sandbox. You could have your own sandbox on a network and host it to anybody. It was just, once I saw this, and then I started looking into the files. I thought, okay, can I do something with this? Am I able to do it? First, I became a beta team member, and then I started looking at the files, and I said, okay, well, I'm a beta team member. Now what am I going to do? And that's when RTS really hit it, because at that point I started looking at the XML file structure, and I said, well, I can program that. I can program something to write to that. And the rest is history, because from then on, I was able to generate... once I was able to generate the trains, that's what... I mean, anybody can create a tag thing or a random number generator and say, pick up this car, pick up that car, and blah, blah, blah. But nobody, to this point, has been able to create anything other than external dispatcher, which is more massively appealing, of course. But nobody's been able to create something that can spawn trains randomly through waybills. And it's never been done. I'm surprised it hasn't. to be quite honest. And in some ways, I was hoping it would. I wanted the competition because, in some ways, I thought, I'd rather just run. I'd rather just dispatch. I'd rather just do other things. And of course, I was, hosting the server, and I'm like, at some point, and then what really started overwhelming me the most was when Kern started coming into play. We already know what Kern's like because, there's trains sitting around. It's it's just that's the way it is, and this is why, go full circle. You get something like this, something that can do a live stream, and I can say, okay, Mike and I are going to run Barstow tonight, or or I'm going to run San Bernardino at this time. So usually what I'll do is, like tomorrow, I may run tomorrow afternoon. I got to check the weather, but I got kicked out again. I don't know what. That's just one of those things. I got kicked out because I saw it flash. Or am I? Or did I lose? Wait a minute. Did I lose something else? Did I lose a stream? I saw a flash. I saw some flash for a second. I don't know what that... Oh, I know what that was. I think I'm still live. Mike, you still there? Hadn't heard him from a while. Even probably not, but I am. Okay. I saw a flash. What happens, it was kind of weird. Because it's almost as if he relinquished the train or something. There used to be a flash that would occur on my screen if the video stopped. But this is a different software, so that didn't make sense. Like, if all of a sudden, like, I had it set for 15 minutes because the YouTube used to do 15. Had to get a snack. Yeah, don't blame you. I might get one myself again. Yeah, forget I've ate enough tonight. Actually, no. That makes me hungry. I had strawberries earlier, but they're melting. Good idea. I've been talking so much, my pop's getting cold. Or warm, I should say. Eek. I get another one. So I'm waiting for the thunderstorms to come. We've been in like kind of a mini drought here in southern Ontario. We've had some rain the last couple of days, like on and off, sporadic, but I hear we're finally getting that front tonight. Yeah, it's supposed to come in after midnight or something, and we've had some really, really humid temperatures here. I'm not too sure what it is in Fahrenheit. I'm so used to Celsius. 32 Celsius, humidex factor 39. So that's up there. It's got to be humidex factors in the 90s, I would say. I don't know what the calculation is anymore. When I was younger, I used to know the Fahrenheit. I used to know Fahrenheit, miles, all the other stuff, but we're so used. We got taught the metric system, and then from there on, it's always a metric system for us. Which is funny because then I go over to the States every day, and I'm back to following miles an hour on my speedometer, and it's always the smaller digits. So yeah, what was I saying? So this is going to be one of these, I think, potential tools. We get enough announcements. I can make announcements ahead of time, both on my YouTube channel and both on the YouTube channel as well as the wiki or whatever, I can start posting over at Train Sim again a little bit more, just to try to give things a little bit more exposure. But I've got the major thing for me is, hey, how did you get there? I thought you were on the ground. Man, you're quick. Is that just you? It looked like you had a second person behind you. That's just the cars. Okay. I won't stare at you. You're scaring me. Yikes. Nobody's driving! Help! Can't wait till we get AI. I don't know what the heck that's all about anyways. When somebody goes to be a conductor, is there going to be an AI guy sitting there or something? That is kind of freaky. Oh, hey! He popped back in. He's cool. Hey, he has cool tricks. Dave Rice? Mike Rice? Whoa. Me? I am. We are. I see green signals. But you're the engineer. Yeah, but you're the conductor. I'm just the driver. I got the foamer seat until I get kicked out again. Can't wait to see how much bandwidth this takes off of me. Looks dark. Dark. I can't see. All right. Westbound. Stay. Oh yeah, there's a hill here. Ha ha ha. Uh-oh. Help. We back. What are we doing, man? Oh, there we go. I suppose I should run a train or something. I don't know. Give the guy something to see. Poor guy's running the train. Well, he's switching at least, so that's cool. What is this thing? Well, it's going to Lovelock. I don't want to run that one. That's going to take way too much long. And these all came up, I betcha. I had 4 on earlier, and I think Wednesday I was looking for something that you guys, or Mike, you ran the other one. That's pretty cool. Capture that. Yeah, this one pop is warm. So I don't like warm pop that much. Got another cold one ready. So yeah, I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I haven't checked the weather forecast. Here, I might as well do that here. It's only a screen, only a green signal. We can check the weather forecast. Yeah. That's the software right there. Okay, I can go to here. What do we got? Oh, wait a minute. We don't even need that. There we go. Now, go back to that. 24 degrees Celsius. Hey, it's raining here? Really? I'm in the basement. I can't tell. That's light rain, so that's probably why I don't hear it. So chance of thunder showers. Only 40% chance, really? Oh, it better storm tonight. I want a storm. I'm tired of sleeping in 20 degrees. I got no air conditioning here. Yeah, of course next week's gonna get hot again. 32 degrees. Alright, let's see the satellite radar. Oh, you bugger! What happened to all those storm cells? Here I am in St. Catharines. Look at that. Yeah. Bugger. No, I went past. Forecast radar. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's forecast. Is it showing past on here? Oh, yeah, it is. They were there, and they looked a lot more nastier than before, but that's the forecast for later, plus the... So that's where we are right now. We're gonna get crap. Come on. Okay, what's... chance of thunder showers?
BNSF detector, milepost 711.1, main 2, ambient temperature.
So I don't know what my day's going to be like because I just don't know. So there's your weather report from where I am. But so yeah, so it's 11:21 in the east right now. I'll stick with this a little bit longer and then see how it goes. And of course, you know, you got to have content that, like, a lot of these, what I'll do is there'll be more of a purpose. Tonight's sort of like a general, let's test the bandwidth, see how good it is. Obviously the quality seems to be pretty good at the moment, so I'm just hoping it's not too high. The connection's good, so that's good. I'm not probably going to play back this myself. I might play back and fast forward a few sections later on once it goes to YouTube as an archive, but then I'll post, yeah, it'll automatically go to YouTube, so I got 100 some odd subscribers right now. Then I'll get that over, see what happens. But everything after this, once I know what I'm dealing with, then I can budget my the amount of bandwidth I have to whatever projects we got coming up. Because I know the cycle's going to end. I think it's a week away, isn't it? Next weekend, I think, or next Monday. I don't know. Something like that. Get here. Let's go to the registry, see what's going on here. I don't think anything else is happening on the Wikia tonight. Alright. So, registry. 7:47 p.m. according to this. Probably update. Looks like it's updating. Yeah. Alright. So, cycle. Whoops, I went too far. Oh, I didn't even have to do that. Did I? I'm stupid. July 20th. What the hell? What am I looking at here? Oh, okay. July 16th, will be midnight again. So 7/15th. It'll be next Friday night. Will be the 15th. So yeah, I got like 7 full days left before the next cycle. Yummy. Well, there it is right there. Estimated cycle, and it's on the 16th. I don't even know if this number is even. So you're at a 40 this is where you change the factors in. You can change that, and then that'll change all these calculations and everything. anything else, blah blah blah. Current date and time, which is my time zone, of course, but I'll get out of this for now. Go back to watching what's happening. I haven't seen fog in a long time in the simulator. We used to have that all the time. I think they took it out, or you don't see it as much. It used to be up in Mojave. I remember running. Had these really cool fog, and then we had signal enhancements that used to work, but they don't work. So I can't see those signals very well. Should be a little bit brighter still. I think they're better than what they used to be, but. Here comes the interesting pitch, like I was mentioning to Mike, and this kind of reminded me of just seeing those bear tables there. So the new pack is out. I gotta buy it. I'll do it tomorrow if I remember. I was gonna do it today or tonight, but so the bear table package, or the bear tables. Of course, they all got San Bernardino marks on them. Because it all came from San Bernardino, so the tags are irrelevant. That even though they came from San Bernardino, that doesn't mean that they're necessarily going there or anything. It's just that's where they were, and that's all they need to be tagged for. But eventually, I think once a week, a train comes and picks up the bear tables, brings them back. I think before or after the weekend, I forget how that goes. But what's really, to me, going to be cool is to actually see the visual. It's one thing seeing everything empty, and the problem with that right now is the way we empty the trains. You can fully load or fully empty a train, and I recommended that they do the fully empties. Otherwise, what happens is you have loads that come in, and they might have the San Bernardino tags on them, but when you go to, I can't do this because I'm actually just riding, but when you go up here and you do that shift, I can't even read the letters on my keyboard anymore, C, I don't know what the hell it is, but one of the shift commands by the Z, the XC, will show you how many loads and empties you have. That's a good way of counting when you're tagging San Bernardino of how many cars you have loaded in that track or that consist. So it's really good. I know firsthand experience. The other factor, and this is a big one, and I know this happens in Florida quite a bit, because in Florida they have different speed restrictions when it comes to bear tables. And this is why I highly recommend that anything that has a transferable bear table train, or something where you can actually have loads go into bear tables like the new pack does, I highly recommend that those be used exclusively, because what happens there, they go into the bear tables. Number one, you see the visual, so now you have a bear table train. I'm trying to remember what the heck the point was I was going to make on that. There is a good point. Maybe I'm getting tired. I don't know. Just to have the view. Oh, okay, now I remember. Okay, that's what I wanted. There's a YouTube video I have somewhere deep in my archives, and there's actually a utility and a spreadsheet that will allow you to randomly take a bear table string and randomly select cars or loads that you can use. And we do use it, and that's probably something Mike hasn't seen yet. But there is a way of doing it. Now, the only, I guess you'd call, drawback I see of these cars is that when you hit the load button, it's always going to load the same type of container for that car. So you lose that random factor a little bit, but it's really not that big of a deal. I would rather... The random factor will come in on those trains, so that's where the random will come back into play. Well, right now the way we have it is that the intermodal trains come in, and they're not all... We don't use all the international stuff, so they're all the Schneider, JB Hunt stuff, and then the trailer package. I think trailer package 1 or 2 or whatever the hell it is, but so that comes all in randomly because it's generated off through RTS, and then it just randomly picks numbers, and then it applies the cars to the train, and there's your randomness coming into San Bernardino. Well, what's happening is when it's coming out of San Bernardino, it's basically using the same containers, whether it be a double stack, a single stack, whatever type of trailer, be it UPS, whatever. We're tagging the same stuff going out that was coming in as an empty, and then it's a load. So we're tagging the same thing anyways. So it's really not, with that, it really doesn't make a difference. What would have been cool was to be able to have some type of
BNSF detector, milepost
random or adjustable thing where you could choose. Maybe version 2 will have it, I don't know. But to be able to choose the container, or choose the choose the container or choose the trailer, that would be phenomenal to me. Is just have some kind of drop down where you can actually choose the container. Then maybe from there, but I think they would have to change the whole structure, and if they change the structure of those XMLs, that means I have to change the entire programming to reflect it, which is another thing I fear about version 2, is that something's going to change in that XML. I just fear it so bad, but if it happens, then I either have to deal with it or throw in a towel and just have some fun playing, I guess. But I don't think so. I think it'll be fine. They're not telling me, nobody's telling me enough. I'm still under non-disclosure, but nobody's telling me anything anyways, so I don't even know why I have a non-disclosure, to be quite honest. I've been reminded it's still in effect, but I don't know anything. I honestly don't. And of course I wouldn't do it in YouTube or anywhere for that matter. Hey, I see stars coming out. Cool. But yeah, that would be my suggestion, is to use it, because then it's just you can easily, because what happens, and I was going to get to this point, I'm rambling, when you try to, let's say for San Bernardino you're in one of those tracks and you've got a bunch of the containers that came in, but now you have too many cars in San Bernardino and you want to try to empty them to transfer to create them as bear tables, or vice versa, you want to have a bunch of bear tables come in to the western end of that yard to start loading up. What do? It's not so bad in Florida, because Florida they unload the entire train, I think it is. I forget how that goes. I know I set it up at the time, but they unload the entire train, and then it all you do is you take the thing, you copy it, and then you replace it or something. Damn it, I forget how to do it. Oh, it's crazy. I'm just too tired. I can't even think right now. But anyways, the problem is you need an entire track section to be able to do it. Because there's already cars in the track, if you go into the train maker upper utility thingamajig and you try to spawn something to go with it, it won't allow you. That's why I recommend this update going exclusive, because that takes away that whole worry about having to go into the train maker upper utility. And and it'll happen later on. It'll happen sooner than later. Actually, it's probably going to happen pretty soon. right now I have a hard time getting a visual of San Bernardino as it is, just because everything looks like loaded cars. We did start with a bunch of bare tables, and because we started with bare tables, we were able to transfer it and turn it into loads. Tony was doing a lot of that as well. So yeah, it can be done when you have an entire track, but when you're combining the way we have it set up in San Bernardino right now, where everything's loading on the east side and emptying on the west, then you're combining the same tracks. And even if they're not in the same, even if they're not connected and they're not part of the same consist, it doesn't matter, because you go to try to spawn it and you can't. And I don't know if there's a certain part of the track section that allows you to do it on one side and maybe not the other. I was thinking that the best way to do it is to probably take the cars over to one of the ladders and literally either empty it into bare tables if they're no longer any good, or turn them into containers if they're now good, or trailers or whatever. But hope that makes sense. I mean, it's hard to visualize it, especially just running a cab ride. Yeah, that's my recommendation. I stick it to that one. Of course, the major downside, of course, is that you lose all the nice car types that are there already. So you're stuck with a limited amount. But hopefully too, by the time version 2 comes out, I think the major goal for RTS now, software-wise, and I don't know how much time I'm going to have this month, but I'm looking now at August, is to, hopefully before that. First of all, I don't think September 1st, or September 21st, or whatever, the first day of fall, I don't think miraculously version 2 is going to just pop up. I mean, they've surprised us before, but I think what's going to end up happening is you're going to see, because they've said fall, it could happen a lot later. But let me go back to the whole power of this whole thing. And we're not really, this tonight is just a test. And there's not much going on. It's not a really active night on the server. It's summer. People get busy in summer. I've been through summers before. We've had some pretty busy nights, but generally, you get 6 users. It's a pretty good night. We had 4 earlier when I came on. There was already 3 or 4 running, so it was working pretty good. I think that was even before David showed up. There was a couple of them have logged off since. I think it's just us now. But I mean, just because I was taught over the phone. Dale would call me up. I kid you not. I remember the first time, and I mean, we were talking about, I believe, the new member, Ezra, I think was his name. I can't remember. Yeah, Ezra, yeah. But there was a talk, I believe, in his pictures about how that hill, you make a mistake, you lose it. Well, I've lost it on that hill. I remember the one time and I ran MSTS for years, and I went down the hill into Mojave, and Dale's old joke is get the pee bottle out, basically. You gotta have enough dynamics. You gotta have at least a minimum set. Almost, I think I do about a 10 pound on some hills. I'm not too sure about that one. I think I do a little bit more than the minimum set, but you have to have your brakes set, and then your dynamics, you got to have that all ready. And the other thing you got to watch is if you keep using the brakes, and then you release, and then you use the brakes, you wind up out air. So there's a big learning curve just in the program. So that's a good teaching tool, to be able to announce ahead of time that you're going to run you're going to do a YouTube live stream or whatever. And I don't don't think they're going to be like huge, long events or whatever, but one, it promotes the server. And I mean, no, it's not going to promote, the server RTS. I haven't been on in Florida in a while. I'll have to do that as well, just to see what's happening. But because that's the other thing too. Getting rid of the California server would allow me to, and I should be on Florida. I mean, Tom's been doing a great job. He's taken RTS to a whole new level. Some of the stuff he's done with the files, he's using the frequencies, he's doing all kinds of things. So, but and this job, holy crap! This is a good one. This is an 8-hour job for sure. Oops, coming up to the crossing. Oh, it's a bridge. Okay. That was a crossing. Oh, we still got a couple people on. Mike, is that you? Who else is on? I thought it was just us. Oh, yeah, that is you. Oh, you're going to come and meet him. New updates are available for what? Oh, cool. He's got the Z too. Well, since everybody's damn, it's 11:40. I'm not gonna be able to I'm not gonna be able. I gotta get some sleep pretty soon. That sucks. Oh, I could have got that. Yeah, I see that. Nice. I'm not going to be able to capture it on the feed tonight, but that's okay. We'll figure this out. So what's going on the weekend for you, Mike? What's your weekend looking like? I don't know what my day is tomorrow. I know tomorrow afternoon. At least around supper time, I get my son for the 24 hours. Usually, it's been changing, but right now I'm going to be up probably 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning in the east, and then depending upon the weather, I'd like to get out because I think it's supposed to cool down. But Saturday night's off limits for me this week going on because I got Emmett with Saturday and Sunday. What's going to be happening? What's going to end up happening is the way the schedule is. I'm pretty open. Okay, nobody's getting married. So yeah, Sunday night then maybe. Sunday night is definitely going to be. The 24 hours is going to be between Saturday and Sunday supper. Nobody's getting married. Boy. So yeah, Sunday night I'm pretty good. I can afford this model better. What? Okay. I don't know what you two are talking about there. Okay. Alright. Okay, now I get it. I had to think about that for a second. Like, what? What are you talking about? I thought he was talking about a model train. But, yeah, so I don't think there's anybody hyperly waiting to run yards tomorrow, like Barstow. So I think it's pretty safe. It's gonna go from, I think there's 38 minutes available right now. It's, ooh boy, there's gonna be a lot of minutes come up by then. So I think, yeah, there's 38 minutes right now. 72. We're going to have 110 minutes on Sunday. Okay, cool. So he'll be around.
BNSF detector, milepost 691.882. Ambient temperature.
We'll figure out a time. I'll maybe, I don't know. Because there's a few other things that I could do or try. Maybe I'll try to schedule something for, I don't know. Try to do like an 8 p.m. type start, maybe 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the east. Do a 2-hour one because it's gonna be 110 minutes. But I can come on a little bit ahead of time, and then we can monkey signal. Then we can go through the whole Barstow process for everything from the Yardmaster side to now that we got that yard, or we got that figured out. What's pretty interesting too is when you look at these two, what cars you see won't be the same as the cars I see, etc. I'm not even sure if you see the same cars that go through gates and stuff every now and then, but okay, cool. So yeah, what I'll do then? Yeah, I won't plan for anything else. I mean, if I do something tomorrow, it's gonna be because of weather, likely, and I'm not gonna, you know. I can do something solo. I can do something dual, whatever. What's Barstow looking like? Let's take a quick look here. Wow, that YouTube stream has not given up. I love it. I wonder how much frames it's taken, though. I got a bad feeling it's going to be loaded. I'll know soon enough. Well, that's the other thing I don't know is the file size, because I have no freaking clue. I'll find out later. I'll find out tomorrow. Blah. I'm in the welcome screen here. Get over to Barstow. Yeah, so we'll have 110 minutes. We already set up the instructions. In case anybody got excited. July the 8th is today for next little bit. We're going to be getting into July 10th towards the end. Well, both Kansas Cities will be available at that point. This guy's not. I put 2 comments. I amended the one to the 14th instead, so he's still not available. That's not available to June the 1st. Oh wow, you gotta have 3. Yep. So we're gonna have plenty to do. That's for sure. 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah, we definitely had potential for 2 tonight, but with 38 minutes, you're probably only get 1 string of the 143. 96 cars of the other Kansas City, so that's 239, and then a short little 40. So 279 cars to hump. Funky. Okay, oh cool, Dave will be on. Nice. Yeah, that'll be something too, because Mike, you mentioned about with Dave, might get him interested or going through the whole Barstow thing as well, because he could potentially follow the live stream or do what you're doing right now. And this is like, again, this is where the whole thing will work, because when somebody's on, it's great. And, you know, with TeamSpeak, yeah, you got the channels, and it can be a two-way conversation more, which has its, you know, it has its positives as well. The good thing with chat is, I mean, I can keep my train of thought, and I can look at whatever's going on, and I can keep on commenting on something, or I can stop and say, you know, oh, okay, well, what's that? But there's a train. Oh, cool. Got the EOT still on. Leblox. Easter Leblox. And some empties. So, yeah. So we'll let this go for another 10 minutes or so. I don't know why I'm drinking so much pop, because it's still a freaking hot night. It was supposed to storm. I really wanted to get this humidity out of here. Yeah, it'll be better tomorrow. I'm on the wrong side. Oh boy. It's going nowhere fast. Yeah. No. But yeah, as I was saying, so Dave or whoever else, like, well, I'm not going to announce it tonight. I'll announce it tomorrow. I'm not going to bother doing anything else tonight. See how it goes. Yeah, I actually see how it goes, because I may have to do a couple more tests, and then want to make sure the bandwidth's not too high, because if it's streaming too high, I was able to change the settings so that I reduced it from 60 to 30 frames per second, and since I only display personally I only display at 30, I'm fine with recording at 30 frames per second. I just don't want to be killing it if I can't help it. But there's so many say. I mean, I just looked at this program, and it's got quite a few options. But again, you know, just the whole learning tool thing. And I mean, I know others have done the live streams. They've done. I've seen others who've done it, and I mean, it's cool, because, you know, some people just like to watch, or especially people who aren't into running. I mean, this one is probably not the best example of the power, but once we got the hump going, I mean, jeez. Does Dave, does he know how to hump? Well, trim's going to be a little difficult. That's the humping's the easy part, once you get it set up. Just because since I'm recording, now mind you, I can probably do a couple things, and, you know, I'll be doing it from the trim side more than likely. Not yet. Okay. The only reason why I'm thinking is then. Now I know the other night. Oh my God, I wasn't feeling. That was after that really stressful day. Was for Wednesday. That's. But on Wednesday, yeah, it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday I humped, you trimmed. We could do that again one more time if you want to trim, or if you really want to hump, then that's fine too. I don't mind. Not yet. Like, what? What are you talking about? That's awesome. Like, what the hell I do? But, and really, it doesn't matter. I mean, the best thing about this too is it'll automatically record it. It'll not just live stream, but it's gonna post something to my YouTube channel. Then the video goes up, and the whole session's there. So, from a visual standpoint, it would be kind of cool to be able to possibly either hump or be a spectator from my end. However, I could trim anyways because the commentary might be able to go through a few more things, and I'm not always going to be worried about. I mean, I'll have my times where you'll be able to see cars go over the hump and stuff like that. Today and tomorrow. Yeah, there we go. Today a loco, tomorrow a hump. Yep, someday. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if Dave's happens to run a train through Barstow, which he's done many times too, or whoever else, I mean, we get enough people on this live stream, create a kind of like an event, and then see how it goes. I wouldn't want to go. I mean, I used to kind of advertise sessions, even though on the 24/7 server I would advertise. We used to do that, but I've never had that much time available in a long time, and they're just, for the amount of people you get, then you get a dispatcher ready, you get somebody else ready. Sometimes you'd get turnouts, but really I found it's, some people are available, other people aren't, so that's why we need AI, of course. How close are you guys here? Oh damn, you're not that far away. How long do you think it's going to take before you guys meet? Okay, Amboy's the top, right? Yeah. Ash Hill's the other top, so he's coming downhill. Siberia, he's going down. He's going to be down before you hit the hill at Siberia. Won't be too long, actually. I'm just so afraid that I'm afraid that this video is going to be taking some massive amount of bandwidth or something. Well, if it does, I'll pay for it. I don't care. Deal with it later. Maybe I'll try to stay up a little bit later then, since you guys are going to meet at least. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, you are the 7th. Cool. Well, fine. I'll hang around until you guys meet. All right. Sounds good. No, you're not too far away at all. Separation right now. Oh yeah, you'll be there in 15 minutes then. Funky. Alright, I can handle 15 minutes. 15 minutes when I think I've gone. Have I gone 2 hours now? At least. I don't know what time I officially started this thing at. Yeah, it'll be kind of weird seeing the delay. And you're running a train past. What are you're running on 2 monitors, right, Mike? 2 monitors set up or whatever. Off the client? You're seeing all of it from the client? Good thing he's got a short train. Siberia can be deadly, or actually it can be more deadly than Mojave. Only 1 monitor right now. Okay. Ah. I don't have room for. Well, I shouldn't say I don't have room for another monitor. I got Emmett's computer or the server, and that's on doing nothing. I don't even know why the hell I have the thing powered on for. Easy for him to use whenever he comes in. I don't have to boot up the thing again. But I really don't. I got this like I think it's a 60-inch high definition TV, and I got a couch in the back. I got a weird setup. First, I'm pretty much a slob anyways. My kid don't care, and I don't have to entertain anybody, so it works great for me. And I haven't dated in a few years either, so that works even better. Not to worry about that kind of thing. I won't even bother telling you what I'm wearing, but anyways. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have to worry about these things. What I got was this table my dad had made, because he did a little bit of woodworking before he passed away, and I didn't know what the hell I was going to use it for, but it's actually, I got my rail driver on top of it. I got my keyboard. It's like a little bit of a keyboard tray. I got a USB extension that runs from. You got the big screen TV against the one wall opposite of my room. It's like a big, huge rectangle, basically. Little wider than a 53-foot trailer, I would say. About as long, maybe. I don't know. That's between my living room, in the basement. So, living room and then the kitchen entrance, and then over on the other side of the wall is the bedroom, and that's my apartment. So I got the big screen TV against the one, and you know how with high definition TVs, right? It's great for seeing. Oh, I saw Ezra. He was up there. He's getting ready to take his shot. So 60-inch screen TV, the way computers work as far as monitoring the resolution and everything, you basically have to have your face against the damn thing almost in order to pick out anything. So for me, it's hard to see signals. I mean, yeah, I was able to see, I can see 676 no problem. I can see the text in the chat no problem. Sometimes external dispatcher. Now I got the text up a little bit. Oh, okay, well here's an example. Yeah, that's okay. I can read all that. I don't have to squint or anything. But there are some examples of certain documents or certain websites that I'd be on where I wouldn't be able to read it that well. I can read that fine, but I got the fonts well enough. I can read it enough. This is pushing it for me, but everything else is fine. That's perfect. That's fine. So everything else works out good, but. But anyway, oh yeah, now I know it's good. Lose my train of thoughts pretty easily. So, I mean, now I can see the green signals. The right one I can barely... Well, I got the stupid milepost thing in the way, so... And now that it's dark, I can see the signals a little bit better, too, but... Some of those signals, though, I have a hard time reading in the distance. Pop up. I'll show you when. There's something I'll show you from my vantage point how it will appear in the next signal. It's probably a block signal, I think. There, I won't even. May not pop into that. So we'll see. It's probably on a curve. Sun's totally. Hasn't got a twilight yet. There's Ezra. Love the sunrises and sunsets in this. Okay, I don't know if there's signals coming into play or not. Okay, I see something. Is that a star? Now I see something that looks like, okay, I see Ezra 673 just popped up. I can't tell if that's a star. I can't see a signal yet. Of course, I got the windshield wiper in front of me. Looks like I thought it was green at first, but yeah. Anyways, I was saying about the setup. So I have the rail driver, I have the keyboard, I have the USB wire coming across, and basically that's my whole setup. I'm just lying here on the couch, nice and relaxed. I bought the new microphone. This was what really ticked me off about losing the. Oh yeah, there's a perfect example. The speed board. I couldn't see. Okay, I do see the green signal now. So speed board's dark. So flashing yellow, I can make that out now. Oh, this'll be cool. One thing I enjoy about the multiplayer is watching, especially on double track territories, watching the signals change. I'm not too sure if he's 2 blocks away. 667, it probably is you. .673, okay. There, see? Okay. Yeah, you're one block away now. You got 1 block in between each other. You're gonna be passing in like in a couple minutes. So we had the flashing yellow and it just turned yellow.
BNSF detector, milepost 672.5, main 2, ambient temperature 91 degrees. Ambient temperature 92 degrees.
Now that's a little freaky. Because I heard an echo. I don't know if that was. Did you guys both hit a detector? No. That was just freaky. I was hearing. Yeah. Okay. I guess the way my software's set up, and I thought I heard this before earlier too. Oh, you did both hit a detector. Okay. Okay, that's what it was. I'm like, what the hell? I thought it was my software. I was thinking there was a delay in my software, and I was hearing the same detector repeat itself. Okay. Nice. Thought it was a setting I was going to have to change. I see a light now, I think. Yep. bikes waiting at the crossing. Oh, that was a crossing there. I didn't even see him by the last minute. I was looking at something else. That was so quick. Wow, shorty. Parker's good. I should have been on Mike's train. He's probably got the better train. Ah, it doesn't matter. Both shorties. Funky stuff. And this is like I said, this is why I like chat compared to TeamSpeak, because I'm just in my own little world, or I'm talking or whatever. Holy Ezra, what's going on? Oh, he's running. You know, he's trying to get on the train, I think. But so I'm just reading up on the chat now, and it'll stay on there for a little bit for me. So the train looks good. Nice peg.
BNSF detector milepost 672.5. Main 1. Ambient temperature 91
So
degrees.
yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna call it the night. It's getting a little bit late now for me. I'll just get the keyboard out of my container here. Yeah, I was saying that the way it's set up, it's just nice for being able, but it's sometimes hard to see. And with the monitors, to have additional monitors would be really cool, except I really have no place for them. I don't even know where I'd put it, because I don't have a traditional computer desk. I do. Emmett's computer, the servers, he's got a little bit of a desk set up there, but he doesn't even have room for more monitors, so I'm basically stuck with what I have. When I do have the server going, I could potentially put external dispatcher on the other one, though I normally would run external dispatcher on this anyways, the client, because that would be the server. But so yeah, I mean, I can see the benefit, but I really don't do it that much. By the time AI comes around, hopefully we'll have to worry about external dispatcher when we're running. Get dispatchers running everything, but we'll see. So yeah, it's a nice little setup. It's a mess in here. But, just getting back to this before I head off here. We'll give it another 2 minutes here. But
BNSF detector milepost 668.0. Main 2. Ambient temperature 91 degrees.
So yeah, this should be a pretty good tool. We'll figure out how much bandwidth I took, how long the video was. I'll see what my video usage was for tomorrow. It takes about 4 hours, so overnight I should have the detail about how much bandwidth that I used tonight, including, of course, the normal network stuff. But I'll calculate it from there, see what it's like, see if there's anything I can tweak in the software tomorrow. I might be on tomorrow, depending, like I said, on the weather. So I've got probably a good 8 hours tomorrow. Well, maybe not quite. 7 or 6 more than likely of free time to see what's going on, and then I'll take it from there. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I should be doing some programming, to be quite honest, or at least attempted. Got some plans going on with that, but at least this is the learning tool, so this will hopefully, I mean, from what it sounds like, I'm gonna actually, before I go to bed, I'm gonna take a look at the video to see if it actually saves it. I don't think it saves it to YouTube right away, but I'll check it tomorrow. But yeah, Celtics. Where's he at now? Oh yeah, he's coming up. He's got Amboy, and then works out pretty good from there. Just east, or is that? Yeah, east or just west of it? East Amboy. I don't know. I'm too tired to remember. Yeah. Yeah, probably east of it then. It's around there. So. Okay, so. Chat. Time to take off. So, anyways, yeah. You guys have a good night, good test. I'll check this either tonight or tomorrow, and then see how things go. Take it from there. So it's been all for now. So I'll announce the next one for tomorrow, and have a good one, and try this again tomorrow.